Hey guys, what's up? So welcome to World News 20 News channel. So let's talk about how India is building up defense during lockdown. The 21-day lockdown is likely to only delay the large-scale transmission of novel coronavirus in India, not eliminate it completely. Most experts say this time therefore needs to be utilized to build up defenses, ramp up health infrastructure and prepare for the worst-case scenario. In fact, this exercise is already on. How is the scientific community gearing up to beat the COVID-19 challenge? This battle against the spread is being fought at multiple levels. From our side, we are trying to find solutions that can broadly be put in three categories: science, technology, and information technology. On the science side, we are making efforts towards development of cheaper test kits. For example, there are efforts towards vaccine development and repurposing of the drugs. On the technology side, we are looking at products that are needed by the patients or healthcare professionals. And there is a third stream as well, where we need to come with effective information-based products on this disease. Let me start with the technology. The Technology Development Board recently made a call for proposals from SMEs, small and medium enterprises, and startups for products that will be useful in the current situation. There can be a range of such products. I will give only one example. If the numbers of infected persons become very high, there is likely to be rush for finding ventilators. No one company has proposed a product that is like a splitter. It will enable more than one patient to simultaneously use a ventilator. I would also be interested in seeing whether alternative models for ventilators can be developed that are simpler to operate. Such equipment might be needed to install in the large common facilities. For example, if the number of the infected patients really blows up. Similarly, we have need for blood oxygen monitors. These are available in the market but are expensive. If some company can produce it at a cheaper rate, it could be very useful. So we have made a call out to companies saying if you have the products that are close to the manufacturing, they would be useful in the current situation. We government are ready to support it. In fact, we are already found close to the 60 startups that have been useful products in advanced stages of the development. What is being done on the science side? On the science side too, a call has been made to the Science and Engineering Research Board asking for research proposal on COVID-19. We will begin screening of these proposals from March 30 to the proposal can be keep coming even after that. Here again, we are expected to see some very specific outputs. One example could be development of inexpensive test kits. Now, some private companies have already been approved to do this, but there's a need for scaling up. We are looking at test kits that are priced below ₹500. Then all efforts that will contribute towards the vaccine development would be supported and put on the fast track. The same would be in the case with the groups working on developing therapy and on repurposing of the existing drugs. In fact, one group in Bengaluru has done some encouraging work on the repurposing of the drugs for the disease. In combination with a private company with expertise on artificial intelligence, similarly limited clinical trials on drugs that are approved elsewhere will be funded and fast-tracked. While we are seeking proposal, we are in parallel also mapping who is doing what, and we will reach out to them. What kind of help can information technology offer? There are many needs. Just as an example, we need someone to develop information dashboards for Indian context, say by integrating data from where the concentration of the infected people are. Then a lot of the useful websites and apps, chatbots can be developed. How big is the risk of the disease spreading among very large populations? All possible measures are being taken to contain the spread, but you also have to remain prepared for every eventuality. That is why we are working across different streams to bring ourselves in a situation where we can respond quickly and effectively to any eventuality. What does one make of mathematical models that can predict millions in India can get infected? These mathematical models work on a number of assumptions. Most of these are based on the robust science, and also they adjust dynamically and are sensitive to lots of parameters. For example, the behavior of the people can be a critical input. Whether people can be persuaded to do certain thing in a particular way rather than the other way is something that will alter the calculation. These things would need to be captured in these models. The impacts that the government measures would have, isolation, social distancing, would also affect the model output. In fact, we are hoping to see some good research proposal on modeling as well. We should support them. How much money has been allocated for supporting such science and technology initiatives and an emergency measure? We have kept aside ₹100 crore. By the time this gets exhausted, we will in the next financial year and look for more. It all depends on the absorption capacity of the industry and scientific groups. If we get good proposal, funding would not be a problem. So if you like the channel, so kindly subscribe to it.